is Sean, Level 2 tutor at Leeds City College, School of Sustainable Technologies and Motor Vehicle. So we're going to look today at how to inspect and measure a tyre on a light vehicle. So we have this Fiat Punto already raised up on the lift, and we're going to inspect this tyre here. So we looked in the classroom that we will be needing some basic tools such as a tread depth gauge and a tyre pressure monitor, a tyre pressure gauge. So what we should always be doing when we're inspecting our tyres is making sure that we're happy with the tread depth gauge. They would normally have a calibration sticker on, this one doesn't, but we can quite easily check it to make sure that it reads 0 when it is on a flat surface such as that, and there we go, we're reading 0. So we should always be taking 3 points of measurement, which would be the outside and the inside and the inner. So on the inside we've got just 4mm, on the middle we have 4mm again, and on the outside 4mm again. So we're quite happy with that. So we've got 4mm of tread, which is well above the minimum legal tread limit of 1.6mm, and on this particular gauge, as we can see here, we've got red, amber and green. Red meaning that it's under the legal limit and needs replacing immediately. Amber meaning that it is advisable that we should maybe be replacing as tyres, possibly if we're about to go on a long trip we might want to think about replacing as tyres. And green, self-explanatory that it's good to go, we're well above the minimum. So we can also use our gauge that we shall put onto here. Make sure we push it on nice and firm, and hopefully there we can see that we've got just over 30 psi, which I happen to know for this vehicle is within spec. So if we wanted to find out what the pressure should be, they'd typically be in your owner's manual, or they could be on the inner door on the driver's side. But like I say, I already know what the recommended pressure is for this vehicle, and 30 is fine. So from there we'll have a look at the outside of the tyre wall for any damage. We'll have a look around there, we've got no damage visible there. Also we can see the tyre's rotation is in the correct orientation to be going to the left, with it being on the left hand side of the car. We'll have a good look round all the way around the tyre. We're checking for any damage, any punctures, such as screws we've picked up, nails off of the floor, and that's all good. And then on the inside again, have a look at that tyre wall, and we have a good tyre wall on the inside as well. So now we'll have a look at identifying the markings on the tyre. So this particular tyre has 175, as we've looked at in the classroom, 65 R15, and we have a speed rating of T. On this tyre it doesn't have the load rating up there, but it should have it on a smaller part, which is there. Again, 175, 65 R15, and then we have a load rating there of 84 and a speed rating of T. Also, as we can see on here, we have the snowflake logo, which happens to stand for it being an all-weather tyre, and the mountain, and it actually says it is a rain tyre, so that means it should be good for all weathers. So whilst we're here, we'll also look at other methods of inspecting your tyres. So I have here a 50p piece. This is the way that my granddad used to tell me that I should be checking tyres, which basically is if it's within that ridge of the 50p, it means that you are above your legal minimum. So we can see there it's well in, with it being at 4mm. We can't see that ridge at all on the flat edge. But realistically, these days we don't need to be messing around with loose coins at the side of the road. That's what these wear blocks are for. So each of them wear blocks are 1.6mm, being the legal minimum tread for the road, and as we can see, them wear blocks are well above where the tread is. So again, we at least know that this tyre is legal to use on the road. And when we're measuring tyres, we're only really concerned with the central 3/4 of the tyre, unless we have any issues with the inside or outside edge, which we'll look at on a separate tyre in just a sec. So this is the other tyre I mentioned earlier. As we can see, I'll get my tread depth gauge again, and we are actually just in the amber at all points. So that would mean that technically, in terms of tread, this tyre is above the legal minimum, that, as we can see here, we do actually have part of the inner cords showing on this tyre, so that would still mean that it is illegal. So it would be the same fine and implications as if the tyre was below the legal minimum. So we'd be having a £100 fine, 3 points on his licence if the police were to inspect it, and it would also be an MOT fail despite being above the legal minimum on the wear blocks. They're all below where the tread is. So again, just because the tread's okay, we need to still be looking all the way around, and can show you the importance of checking all the way around the tyre, as on this particular part the cords are not exposed. So if we were only to look there, we might think that that tyre's okay. As we start to look round it, we can see that there's quite a lot of the treads exposed, the cords. Okay, thank you.